Yes, we back in business. They say we back in business. We back in business. I'm streaming. You know what I'm saying? But I'm about to get into this. Shit. Ain't nobody watching me right now, but I'm gonna post shit on TikTok. But I'm about to get into this story time. Which one should I tell though? What's the first one I should tell? I should tell. I'm not gonna lie. I had some pretty traumatic shit that happened in all my high school years and shit. I'm gonna tell. Tom, she wasn't my girl yet, but I was a Travis Hunter. I'm not gonna lie. I was a Travis Hunter at one point in my life. It's never good, but I feel like I lost my V card to this girl and shit. So I want to say an excuse. Let me move this up real quick. I want to say this is an excuse, but I definitely was a Travis Hunter. I'm not proud of it. Shit happens. But let me get into how my first girlfriend, or no, not my first one, my second girlfriend, before homecoming. I didn't know at the time, but I was in disbelief. She was what they say, joking the chicken. She was choking the chicken before our homecoming. She was on homecoming day and she was slobbering. Not gonna lie, but yeah, she was slobbering. She was slobbering. And it was crazy because she was like probably like 15 at the time. I was 16. But the nigga she was slobbering, he was low key old as shit. But yeah, no, caught in the back of the seat. I was eight. Let me just get into the story. So the way I met this woman, it was at first freshman year. I knew she was low key like one of the baddest girls in our school. I'm not gonna lie. Me, I was chopped. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was chopped cheese. Like chop. But um, I was chopped in freshman year. So I didn't start really like being confident with my looks until like probably like junior year. But that's besides the point. But I was chopped cheese. Even sophomore years, I was chopped cheese, just a little less chopped. But um, going into sophomore year, I was put onto her. She wasn't fucking with me at first, but I started texting her. A friend, you gonna meet him eventually, but his name Jaheim. He my best friend. You know what I'm saying? But he put me on. At first, he told me he liked her. I was like, okay, you could like her. But then I asked him, if he told me he didn't like her. But once I started fucking with her for real, he told me he had a crush on her, which is like, you know, you can't really do that, cause like, how you gonna have a crush on a girl you put me on to, you know? But I was talking to him. I was like, bro, how you gonna like her if when you just put me on to her, like? But I started texting her. I got her Snapchat. Like, I think she just added me or I added her or some shit. But I got her Snapchat. I just texted. I said, "What's up?" We was texting. We was texting all night and shit. It was like texting. It was pretty. It was probably some like weird, corny, dry shit. You know what I mean? Like, freshman year, I was telling girls. I was telling girls. I ain't gonna lie. My first girlfriend. I don't know how she started dating me, but I told girls. I was telling girls, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" Right? And I said, she said what she wanted to be. I said, when I grow up, I want to be yours. Oh, shit. Never good. Never good. It was, yeah. And then she took a screenshot of my shit and sent it to my friends. That was a hard day. Yeah, they still talk about that shit to this day. But mind you, I was COVID times. COVID times. It was COVID. I didn't see no woman for a year straight. Random shots taken from half court. Nothing but wind. Yeah. But she started messing with me later. But um, back to the story. We start kicking it. Like I we was like walking in the hallways and shit, like always walking in the hallways, and we was just knowing that the people like we was fucking with each other like for real. But I don't know, we wasn't there yet for real, but we know we was like exclusive. Like I used to be like when I broke up with my first girlfriend, like I was low key, like we was she was still in our friend group. So I didn't really go to her house or really interact with her like outside of like being around my homeboys, but like she knew like she would get mad at me if I ever spoke to my ex girlfriend because we was dating and shit, and she don't like that shit. So I respected that. But I was talking to her. We was always on Facetime, but I'm not gonna lie. I should have known because she was low key weird at points, like really weird at certain times. Like now I'm thinking about it. Back in the day, like I would Facetime her. I'm telling you, this girl from let's name her Shantae. Yeah, Shantae. She was always like she was had this group of friends. Her group of friends was ghetto, like. But it's crazy. They was trying to be ghetto, but they was living in a great suburban place. Like they her smoking what they probably what sophomores. Oh, it's juniors. We're juniors. Smoking in the crib. They smoking in their mama crib. I Facetime her, and it's at me being a young nigga. If a girl with her friends, I'm not really like talking like that because I don't want to make a mockery of myself. When they say a mockery of myself, and and when I was FaceTiming her, I asked her. She said she was going to Walmart. Mind you, Walmart's like a few minute drop, like a few minute walk from my crib, right? So I'm like, hey, I'm gonna pull up to Walmart. I'm gonna see you at Walmart, right? She told me she was like scared. She's like, no, don't go to Walmart. I'm like, what the fuck? Me being young, I'm like, okay. I don't know why she tripping. Like, yeah, I thought if you wanted to see me, you would see me and shit. Like, at the time, I didn't mind. I was like, all right, I'm just not gonna go. I probably wasn't gonna go anyways. It's like a 30-minute walk, 3 minute drive, but a 30-minute walk, and I was not gonna take my bike for shit show. But she was low key weird on some shit. It was like subtle shit, but I should have known. Like, okay. Well, I eventually tell her like I didn't do no poster because I wasn't trying to give her no poster for like homecoming and shit. But I told her I talked to her. I was like, homecoming was coming up. I'm like, bro, you trying to go to homecoming with me? She said, yeah, because we was fucking with each other at the time. Mind you, I mean, we didn't really at this point in time we wasn't dating, so I didn't really do nothing with her and shit. And I'm like, yeah. So we going to homecoming day before homecoming, right? My friend he sent me a picture, and he sent me a picture with the girl I was supposed to be homecoming with, and a back seat with a nigga. He was a senior at the time. But yeah, he was a senior. I was a sophomore, and she was 15. She has a late birthday, so she was 15 at the time. I'm like, bro, homecoming come. He sent me my friend, one of my other friends. His name Ant. You'll probably know him eventually too once he appears one of my streams. But nigga, I got sent these pictures day before homecoming. I'm devastated, bro. Like I'm like fuck, but I was like devastated in a point of delusion. Like I was like, bro, but did she do anything with him in the back? She was just laying there, like that's like. But he was like, no, bro. He said they fucked. He said, but that one I think that was cap. Well, they might have fucked, but I think it's cap. Am I Travis Hunter right now? Damn, I might be Travis Hunter right now. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's never good looks, bro. I might be Travis Hunter right now, but um, she out here talking, I texted her and I showed her the picture. She was like, "We didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything." Now my homeboy, he real close with the senior. He's real known. He like to make himself known. Everyone that know my homeboy, his name Ant. And he sends me these videos. He's like, yeah, he said she was sucking that nigga dick. I didn't believe that nigga. I was like, you know, when you were young and you chop and you get your first bad broad, she was bad at the time. You forget your first bad broad, it's like, damn, I really can't lose her type shit. Now it's like you have now, like me now, like I had so many girls that's like I could. It's like I want. If I get a girl, I'm seeing past the prettiness. Like I could get a pretty girl. Like you know what I'm saying. There's pretty girls all around the world, but when you chop and you young, you want to keep that pretty girl with you for the rest of your life. I ain't gonna lie. But I was telling this nigga, my friend Ant, I was like, bro, that shit didn't happen, bro. He gotta be lying, but he had no reason to lie. Like I didn't know the nigga, he didn't know me, bro. So it's like it wasn't. Yeah, bro. But and I really should have just. I never like. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I shouldn't have been speaking to this girl because she was low-key friendly as shit. Like she would be play fighting. I would be hugging her. I would be play fighting with her, and I'd be hugging her from behind. She would leave for me when I'm hugging her, and we in the courtyard by the way. She would leave for me to go play fight with other niggas. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Now I think about it, she always been going. She was going since day one, and I was just blind. Look, I usually wear glasses, but I was blind. It was pretty bad, bro. But I just tried to see. I was like, I had a goal in my head. I'm like, if I ever date her, we gonna have like a good relationship. I'm gonna tell her to stop that shit, cause that shit's crazy as fuck. Oh, let me get this. Let me look at my answer, my notifications. Like, wait. What? Niggas just be yapping. Well, let me put my Twitch. Trying to. But I'm talking to this girl and shit. And oh, what I leave off? Oh, yeah, I was in disbelief. This girl out here, she was out here sucking dick. But in my head, I'm thinking, but at the time I didn't know, so like I didn't know at the time. Like I was still in disbelief that she was actually doing that shit. So I was like, still kind of like when homecoming came, I was still distant from her. Like I didn't want to speak to her or nothing. I didn't touch her. And crazy enough, after homecoming, um, I get home and shit. My friend sends me a video of her twerking on another nigga. She was going. I wiped the, and I didn't really see it or for real. Like I was like delusional and shit, but I didn't really see it or nothing. I can't. The video was blurry and shit, but she. Now I'm thinking about it. She definitely was doing that shit. But look at her nose ring. Yes sir. But she was definitely twerking on another nigga on that shit. I was like, damn. What do I do from now? Like I'm go back to school the next weekend because homecoming is always on a Saturday. I go back to school the next weekend. Like never good, bro. Like I was like so distant from this girl, bro. Like oh my gosh, it was just so distant. I was like, she tried to come and talk to me. I was like, what's that one video? Hold up. With that young thug, what's that one video? This is exactly how it was. This is how I was, bro. Wait, can y'all see that shit? Nigga, she tried to touch me, and that's exactly how I was. I was like looking at her like she was like a creature. Like, don't touch me, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, girl, don't touch me, nigga. Like, why you touching me? Like, you was just touching all these other niggas you had. I didn't know at the time, but I was told that she was sucking dick. So I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. She was a master manipulator. Like, it might have been Eisen. She was definitely Eisen or Death Note. She was like Yagami. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. She was cooking my shit. Like, she would tell me, no, I didn't do that shit, and I would be dead ass believing her. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, it didn't really take a lot to manipulate me. Like, I was thinking in my head, like, I was always giving niggas benefit of the doubt. But, so eventually I gave in. She kept on trying to talk to me. Like, she was, at that point, like, she was really, like, persistent when it came to trying to talk to me. Like, I told her, I was like, and we was like, she was, like, popular because, like, girls, the pretty girls was always popular. So, niggas knew that we was all talking. Like, everyone knew we was talking at the time. Like, so niggas would come up to me like, yo, what happened? I don't see you and Scar walking around no more. What happened? I'm like, damn, I just said her name. But I don't see you and so walking around no more. What happened? I'm like, damn. Do I tell them the truth? Cause like did I fumble? Cause I don't want to tell nobody, cause it wasn't really nobody's business. So, um, so I was talking to them, and I was telling them like, not gonna lie, bro, it didn't work out. Eventually, we ended up like she was persistent enough. So I ain't gonna lie, I ended up like talking to her again. We talked for like another extra month. Like December came around, and I asked her to be my girlfriend and shit, which was like terrible works. Like, and we actually at the first part of our relationship, we actually it was like good. Like she wasn't doing no shit. Now one time though, the main problem she was still play fighting with her niggas, like the niggas. I'm like, dog, like you gotta stop that shit. Eventually, I had to be like, I was low key dominant though. Like I was telling her like, we got in a relationship, I was dominant. Like I was telling her, bro, you do this shit again, bro, we're done, bro. Like, and she eventually stopped play fighting with them niggas. So but the relationship wasn't even that bad for real. But there was times where like I remember we was at a basketball game and that nigga tried to shoot a shot at her, and I stepped in. I was like, bro, this my girl, bro. Mind you, that nigga thought I was ain't gonna lie. I could see in that nigga eyes. He low key could have smacked that shit out of me. That nigga was, I don't know what he was doing at a high school game. There was no way that nigga was a senior or in high school. That nigga, I'm looking up, I'm like 5'7", 5'8" at the time. I'm looking up that nigga like 6'3". Nigga, I said, that's my girl. Nigga, this nigga, look, he just started laughing. Nigga, I low key got bitched. I ain't gonna lie. He just started laughing. But she didn't say nothing until like the next week. I'm like on her, like I'm just going through her Instagram, and I think the nigga commented under her shit, which means the nigga followed her on Instagram and he let her in, and she let him in. I said, I'm at. He let the girl. She went behind my back, knowing who this nigga was. He followed her, or she might have even followed him. And I caught that shit. And I was like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, and we was probably dating for like a month, like already on some bullshit. But past that shit, it was like we was arguing here and there, but it low key got bad. We stopped. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, low key got bad. But um, yeah, I was like pressing her. I'm like, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that shit's not crazy. Like that shit's crazy. Like this girl was like, he already knew what she already knew what this nigga intentions was. Still let that nigga in her, girl spam is like your fence to like that's like sacred. And I'm like, bro, what? Like that shit look hit me. But I told her to block that nigga. She ended up blocking that nigga. She probably had like a iPad or some shit. She was probably low key cheating on the low. But um, yeah, I told her to block him. She ended up blocking him. we was cool after that. We was always arguing about little shit, more into the relationship. But yeah, so she was. I don't know. The relationship wasn't bad. Like it was actually good enough for me to like still be stuck on her like for like the next 3 years because I did end up taking her. I so called taking her virginity. Like I was a virgin at the time. I crushed her one time in the bathroom. I ain't gonna lie, and it was up. We was at Friendsgiving. Yeah, bro. Probably like, and this was before I even started dating her. We was at Friendsgiving with her ratchet friends. Her ratchet ain't gonna lie. One of the friends left. She had to go to some job interview or some shit. But her other friend stayed. It was we was at my girl house, my ex girl house, right? And we was in the bathroom. And, well, no, her friend fell asleep because she was chiefing that shit. She was like coughing and shit. She ended up falling asleep. And I was looking at her. I showed her. I was wearing cargo pants. Like I was wearing cargo pants. Everyone was wearing cargo pants and shit. And I had cargo pants. Yeah, I had cargo pants on. I made sure. Look, I was scared, so I forgot who gave me. Someone gave me a condom, right? Someone gave me a condom. I just put that hole in the one of the leg pockets of my cargo pants. I didn't even put that hole right here. I put it in one of the leg pockets. Now we was sitting. She was sitting next to me. Her friend was asleep. Nigga, I was showing her. I was like, I said, "What you trying to do?" Right? I was like, "What you trying to do?" And she looked at me. I was like, "Oh." She was like, well, "I'm trying to do what you trying to do." I took her hand. I did. Hey, look, I'm telling you, mind you, bro. My heart is pumping like, boom, 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 boom. Like my heart's pumping, bro. And what's it called? I'm like, shit, is this really about to happen? But I couldn't say nothing because I couldn't get my words out. So I just took her hand, made her reach in my pocket, and she pulled out the condom herself. I was like, okay, hey, what they say? Let's get, hey, let's blow this popsicle stand. That's what they say. So we ended up going to the bathroom, and she pulled her pants down. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right? My shit barely shaved. My shit, not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Nigga, I wasn't working with like I didn't have no bush because I wasn't like crushing. So, but I'm not gonna lie, my shit was not shaved. But I was went in there, and I was not crushing. And she ended up bleeding on my shit. Actually had my jacket on when I was crushing, so I had blood on my jacket. Actually, I wasn't even really crushing. Tried to stick it in and it did not go in. Yeah, so it popped your cherry and shit. Yeah, it wasn't. It was yeah. But what's it called? Yeah, it was pretty. And then I was like, we were just like, yeah, let's just call it quits. And then we got out the bathroom. Her friend still knocked out off of whatever she was doing. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go home. I told my mom to pick me up, bro. I just went home, bro. Yeah, I didn't even experience. It wasn't really an experience because I didn't even know I was in for real. Because it was like back shots, but the back shots was like, yeah, the arch was not there. She was on the counter. It was just a mess. Yeah, it was a mess. I'm not gonna lie. It was just a bloody mess. I don't know. I wish no one has to experience that shit. Cause hey, what they say, never good, never good. But we getting Drew Christian again after that. I swear niggas be so corny. I'm low key a corny nigga, but niggas be corny without knowing that they're corny, like on accident. But back to what I was saying. Um, but we started after. That's when I crushed it the first time. That's why I was so stuck on her, cause that was my first body and shit. And we was actually dating. We dated for like what I counted. I really was trying to count like our talking stage, cause we was talking for like 3 months, like September till like December. Yeah, we was talking for a minute, and but I asked her to be my girlfriend in December, And our relationship wasn't bad. It was good. Like, her she was friendly and shit, but I already said that. But you know, we argued a lot though. Like near the end of the relationship, we was arguing a lot. I was talking to my man Jaheem. I was like telling her like she doing this and this and that, and she telling me she just getting mad for no reason. My nigga Jaheem told me, "Hey, bro, you gotta cheat." Is that what it has to come down to? Yeah, I shouldn't have done that shit. But no, I didn't really cheat. But there was this girl. Oh, it was bad. There was this girl on my shit. I was sophomore. She was a freshman. But she was like fucking with me. Like she was trying to fuck with me. We gonna call her at Khadijah. Yeah, and Khadijah was not like she was fucking with me, but my girlfriend, she did not like Khadijah because we would play Fortnite at the time. It was just me, Jaheim, my friend Jaheim, Khadijah, and like my friend Adrian, right? We was playing Fortnite, but outside of Fortnite, I was low key like FaceTiming her outside of Fortnite, right? And I had a neighbor. We gonna call that nigga like we gonna call that my neighbor Andrew. Andrew, he used to come to he was okay like getting famous on TikTok and shit, but my neighbor came over to sleep over, right? And I was like, my girl at the time was tripping. Not gonna lie, I was like, let me go call Khadijah right quick. I called Khadijah, she picked up instantaneously. We was on the phone for hours, bro. Right? And by the way, Andrew was a freshman at the time, so Andrew knew who Khadijah was. Everyone knew who Andrew was because he'd be posting like TikToks and shit. Like he got posted by Overtime and shit. But me and Andrew, we was having a sleepover, and then it was my little brother and his little brother sleeping, and we was on the phone. Like I was on the phone with this girl, just like macking. Not gonna lie, which was wrong at the time because I'm not gonna lie, it was like softcore cheating. Like I never like did anything with the girl. I don't even think I even spoke to her in real life. But I was a FaceTime warrior. I'm not gonna lie, and she was going. She was going. But Khadijah, she was fucking with me. Like she was, and I don't. She was fucking with me, and I was chopped. But I think it was because I had a girl at the time. You know how like cartoons and shit. They say if you get a girl, all that shit. And Khadijah started talking to me about me at school, right? So Khadijah, oh my gosh, Khadijah was telling everybody that I was her nigga, like Jaden my nigga, Jaden my nigga. I'm like, Khadijah, chill the fuck out. Khadijah, like, she was tripping, and eventually word got out to my girlfriend at the time. My girlfriend, I'm telling you, my girlfriend, like she was like crashing out. She used to fight niggas freshman year. Like but she was trying to play hard. Like she knew what, like, bro. She said she was from New York, tried to play hard. Like nigga, you was from Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie. She was from Poughkeepsie. I'm like, bro, come on, bro. She was just out here tripping. My girl was tripping. But she started crashing out. Every girl knew who she was. So we in study hall, right? And I get a text from my friend like they said, Jaden, bro, where are you at, bro? There's hella girls looking for you, bro. Your girlfriend is looking for you. She got like 10 girls with her. I end up going to my coach class, right? I'm going to my coach class, my basketball coach, and I stay in his class for study hall, and I see my girlfriend wasn't there, but one of the girls they started dispersing, and one of the girls found their way to my coach class. She found me. I'm not gonna lie, the girl found me, bro. I remember this day so vividly, bro. And the girls that was around her, they was all bops too. Like they was all getting crushed. One of the girls had chlamydia. Like young niggas, like young. You know how it be, but they found they found me and they did me the worst way. They took me to the hallway, bro. We was in the hallway that I found my girl. She started yelling at me and shit in the hallway. And mind you, like there's like hella girls around us. And then with the worst part, I'm walking with her in the hallway trying to explain myself like that I wasn't really cheating, which I'm not gonna lie, low key softcore was low key cheating. Like I'm not a cheater now. Like I don't want nobody to be cheating, but ain't gonna lie, nigga had to do what I had to do, bro. But she took me in the hallway. I'm with my girl at the time trying to explain to her, and I see Khadijah walk past. Oh my god! I thought my girlfriend was about to beat her ass. But nah, I told her my girl. I'm telling you, my girlfriend at the time, she was all talk. Like she was fighting niggas, but she was not fighting no girls. She would talk crazy to girls, but she was not fighting no girls at all. So what is that? Nigga, is that no one knew me? But Khadijah walked past us, and she was like, "Oh, Jaden, there goes your girlfriend." In front of the whole, it was like, I'm telling you, like it went from 10 girls to 20 girls. Like everyone was around us, and she was like, "Oh, Jaden, there goes your girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, bro." So I get a text from Khadijah. Khadijah said, "Hey, I'm gonna just lay low." Like she really scared of this girl because she a freshman, my girl was a sophomore at the time. She was like, "I'm just gonna lay low," right? So I stopped talking to her for the time being. I started speaking to her again like years later, but um, like probably not years later, probably like the next year, like late next year. But yeah, bro, at the time I was like, yeah, it was a bad time. Like at the time, we go back to the courtyard. And at the end of the day, we everyone waiting for their buses. I walk. My school's right next to my crib, so I just walk home. I stay in the courtyard and loiter a little bit, and let like like talk to people, talk to my friends. And I see my girl come out of her class. She come out. I'm like trying to talk to her. You know, a whole wall of women form around her. She was like, "You're not talking to her." I'm like, "Dude, you smell like fish." I ain't gonna lie. Dude, you smell like fish. Like you smell like shit. Yeah. So um, I just never ended up talking to her. We end up FaceTiming at the end of the day, like late that night. And I was like, and it's crazy. I'm the one that low key cheated. Well, she was cheating too, but I'm the one that like was caught cheating. But I'm the one that broke up with her. Cause look. We was already arguing at and glad that we at the FaceTime I had with her late at night. It was like a very emotional FaceTime. Like, not gonna lie, like it was pretty bad. Like, look, I was crying. You ain't never gonna see me cry though, but I was crying because it was like my girl and shit. But I was like telling her like we low key got to break up. Uh, we low key have to break up. She was crying. She was like, I don't want to break up. I don't want to. And I was like, bro, we're arguing all the time. Like I have to separate from you. She was crying like Angela. You could hear snot coming out of her nose. Like I know her snot was like she needed a tissue for shit show, but snot was coming out her nose and it was just never good. Always bad, never good. But um, yeah, I ended up breaking up with her for the time being. I started talking to her again, but that's for another time. But yeah, we broke up. Started talking to another girl, but the other girl was lucky. That's another time. That story for another time. But I'm gonna tell you, the other girl I talked to right after I broke up with my girl, there was rumors that she shitted on her workplace floor. I had to stop talking to her, bro. Never good. But that's the story how I was a Travis Hunter in my sophomore year of high school. It was pretty bad, and oh, I learned from my mistakes though for shit show. That's what I promise. I promise that I learned from my mistakes, and after that, no more Travis Hunter except for when I was talking to her again. I learned from my mistakes though, but I was low key definitely. Now that I think about it, I was definitely Travis Hunter again after that too. But it is what it is. 2025 Jaden's new, you know. But yeah, don't be like me unless. Well, actually, I think being like me gives good character development. But you don't want to be a Travis Hunter, bro. Don't be a Travis Hunter and don't date no Bobs, dude. Don't date no Bobs. It's gonna be it's long road that never ends good for nobody. Just don't date no Bobs. 'Cause they're all going. I'm telling you this right now. They're all going. And you can tell when a Bob is a Bob. I ain't gonna lie. But that's gonna, I'm not gonna stream for too long today. I was just trying to get some footage out there and clips and shit. But I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing. I'm gonna catch y'all later though. Alright. Hey, I'm gonna find what to call y'all niggas eventually, cause I'm just starting with the streaming shit. I want to end up like growing my shit big and shit, and we will. It's not. I want to end up. I will grow my streaming platform larger and larger every day. But I'm gonna catch y'all though. Y'all have a good night, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, probably around 5. I don't work tomorrow, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna be streaming. But y'all stay safe though. Peace out.